Well, good afternoon. This is Kurt Heisey, and I'm from Westfield, Pennsylvania. My first degree that I had was in chemistry. I grew up on a dairy farm, been around a lot of dairy farm. My brother was very huge into veal. My dad has sold nutritional products. My brother-in-law travels the world with nutrition for dairy herds. And so I've been surrounded a lot. And so I just wanted to come and let you know an amazing product that is really available to really help dairy farmers. And so I'm going to be talking today, and I'm going to share my screen with you here so that you can see a PowerPoint that we can have here for us. So let me go there to sharing my screen. Okay, here and all right. So we're going to be talking about oxidative stress in dairy cows. It's hard to attend a dairy meeting anywhere these days without hearing the term oxidative stress at least one time. It's something that in the past 10 or 20 years that as they've learned more about microbiology, as they learned more about biochemistry, they've found out how bodies work, and it's something that we all need to know. However, very few, because it's new, very few people, including nutritionists, even veterinarians, have a full understanding of the term and how to solve it. And we're going to talk to that a little bit today about some breakthrough understanding on how we can solve this, why it's important in dairy animals. So what is oxidative stress? Well, in every mammal, including cows, there's a natural balance between the formation of free radicals during normal metabolism. Our mitochondria burns oxygen, and it creates some free radicals. Normally, the internal antioxidant capacity of the animal, or even the human, would prevent the free radicals from accumulating too much, because if they accumulate too much, they will damage the cells. Every cell of the body and every organ of the body will be affected. So, free radicals are atoms or molecules or ions with unpaired electrons. These unpaired electrons do not want to be unpaired. They're unstable, they're highly reactive, and they want to react with something to stabilize that. So this reactive substance or molecule can then go be banging around inside the cell and cause damage to it, scar tissue, and eventually making an organ or part of the body not work correctly. So how does oxidative stress work? Well, if you just cut an apple and you leave it stand around, you will see how oxidation will destroy that apple. The same things happen in any cell of any animal. Look at a normal cell, then a cell that's attacked by free radicals, and then a cell with oxidative stress. So it's absolutely critical, not just for your health, but for the health of your animals, that you know the best way to reduce oxidative stress, because things that you have heard are not going to stand up with some of the new things that have been discovered in this field. So when free radicals increase to the natural antioxidant capacity of the animal, or beyond that, oxidative stress occurs. Now, high-producing dairy cows are prone to oxidative stress because of the metabolic demands on their systems. A cow that is producing 100 pounds of milk is very much stressing every cell of their body a day after day after day. That's going to create oxidative stress, which is going to be a problem. So certain environmental issues such as heat stress, dietary issues, not a proper balanced diet, or even physical conditions can cause oxidative stress to increase, meaning the health of your herd and the health of that cow will decrease. So free radicals damage cells by oxidizing. Think of like an internal rust damage, rusting from the inside out. they oxidize lipid membranes, proteins, and the DNA structure, so that what the genes were designed to produce, which is enzymes, are impaired. The end result is impaired production for the cow and health problems of the animal. So oxidative stress is absolutely critical. Now, an improper diet can be a significant contributor to the damaging load of free radicals in the animal. And once critical structure damage occurs by oxidative stress, you're going to find that production and the health of the animal is damaged. So that should just get the attention of all of our ears. Why? Because we know that good herd health and good animal health is going to increase efficiency of that body, of that animal, making them more profitable and producing more milk for a longer period of time, and many, many other results of good health. So it's critical that dairy farmers understand the need for, I'm going to give you a new term, nutrigenomics in their herd health. This is very rarely talked about in herd health. Now, what is nutrigenomics? It's how nutrition can affect the genes of the animal. Remember, we said that oxidative stress can affect even the DNA. Inside the DNA, you have genes, and genes produce enzymes. Now, a cow with a large amount of oxidative stress is going to have tissue damage in her udder and increased cost of maintenance. So see your profitability going down, down, down. Now, that cow that has oxidative stress is going to use a large portion of her energy into fixing and repairing processes and tissues rather than producing and reproducing. So what happens is when the mitochondria, the energy factories in that cell are using all of their energy going to fixing and repairing rather than producing, rather than reproducing, your profits obviously go down. So dietary antioxidants can minimally help to reduce the damage of these free radicals to ruminant organisms, the feed, and digest and improve minimally the damage of free radicals to the animals. Remember, I'm talking minimally. So dietary antioxidants can help. For instance, in a human, I would have to drink like red wine we know has great antioxidant capabilities. I'd have to drink 87 glasses a day to take care of free radicals that are produced in my cells. That's going to have, obviously, other side effects, okay? Some of you might like to try, but don't try that. Now, in dairy cattle, what we have found is that the same mechanism to reduce oxidative stress in humans is highly effective and vastly superior to dietary supplements in cattle, okay, through nutrigenomics. Now, what are the causes of oxidative stress in your herds? Well, there's many causes. Metabolic stress, such as milk fever, ketosis, disease challenges, and that can be bacterial or viral. Early lactation, many times when a cow is early in her lactation and producing a lot, it's going to have a lot of oxidative stress. Low body condition or even a high body condition score, environmental heat, social stress, vitamin and mineral imbalances, and mycotoxin, think fungus poison, which is often caused by oxidation in the feed, too much oxygen causing fungal problems. So those are some causes of oxidative stress. Now, some clinical signs of oxidative stress in your herd. When you have a cow with high oxidative stress, you're going to find that they will have a lower dry matter intake and obviously a lower milk production. Often one of the signs is retained placenta or other metabolic issue, other edema, mastitis, breeding issues, the delayed first estrus, delayed first breeding, even repeat breeding resulting from failure to conceive or early embryonic death, cancers, arthritis, joint issues, age issues. It goes on and on and on and on. Many of the issues. Actually, oxidative stress is cellular aging. And if you can get another year of good production out of your cow, then that would be absolutely amazing. So we're going to talk a little bit about nutrition and nutrigenomics. The graphic up on the right shows how a typical antioxidant works with a free radical. The typical antioxidant will donate an electron to the free radical, and as a result of that donation, the antioxidant is used up. Okay, so certain nutrients play a role in the oxidative balance by increasing tissue integrity, strengthening the barrier to free radical attack, and a proper nutrition program should have a balance of antioxidants, minerals, and amino acids. So that's a given, okay? You must have good nutrition. However, typical nutritional supplements help the body fight antioxidant, help the body fight on a one-to-one basis. One molecule of antioxidant, say like vitamin C, one free radical, it's used up and it's passed out of the system. However, the enzymes that the genes can produce can take care of 1 million free radicals per second. This is absolutely huge. This is a huge breakthrough in microbiology. So nutrigenomics is the health breakthrough for humans as well as for your herds, for your flocks. We have a huge success with dairy, with veal, with horses, and any kind of mammal. And what it does, and you don't, just take a look at this. Every cell is made to produce certain proteins and enzymes. And the genes contain the instructions for making the proteins. And what happens is there's new technology called NRF2, nuclear reactor factor anthroid 2. And what that does is that turns the genes on. It says, hey, we got a bunch of free radicals here. We have too many. We're being bombarded. And it sends the signal to the genes, produce the enzymes needed to take care of these free radicals. Okay, so that's the thought of nutrigenomics. These genomes are activated to produce these super antioxidants to take care of the free radicals. So we have a product that works with nutrigenomics. The company that I'm with has a number of nutrigenomic processes, but I'm going to talk to you only about Protandim. It's been clinically shown to increase superoxide dismutase production 30%. Now, one molecule of SOD can neutralize 1 million free radicals per second over and over again, compared to one dietary antioxidant, which neutralizes 1 free radical and then is used up. We know like vitamins A, E, C, zinc, selenium, they're noted antioxidants and they work on that 1-to-1 ratio. That is why traditional nutrition, although it's good, is not the answer for free radical damage, is not the answer for oxidative stress. A catalytic enzyme is not used up, unlike consumable dietary antioxidants. So let's compare nutrigenomics with nutritional antioxidants. You can see trace elements, proteins, flavonoids, vitamins A, C, carotenoids, vitamin E, glutathione, CoQ10. You can see an increasingly protective area. Look at the top 3, most effective for reducing free radical damage and oxidative stress: SOD, catalase, and glutathione peroxidase. Those essential, they're enzymes. They're our complete defense system that God designed, our bodies, the bodies of all mammals, on how to fight oxidative stress, which we all have, and it actually increases with age. Interesting, the National Institute of Health just completed a 10-year study saying that Protandim, by increasing the SOD, catalase, glutathione, peroxidase, increased the average health and lifespan of a mammal 7%. And when my wife heard about that, she says 70 times, I could get you an extra 5 years, healthy and good, you're on this. But think also of your horses, your cows, etc. What this does to reduce oxidative stress is huge. So, as we said, we're talking about nutrigenomics. So, Protandim has been clinically shown to also increase glutathione production 300%. Glutathione is one of the body's super antioxidants. They cannot give you that as a supplement, or the body dissolves it. It looks at it as a foreign substance. The body has to produce its own. Catalase is increased 30%. Superoxide dismutase is increased 40%. So, biochemically, those three things work together to take free radicals and turn them into just something that your body gets rid of without any damage. And that is really key. Glutathione, catalase, superoxide dismutase through nutrigenomics. So let's look at some studies. Here's a study of glutathione and SOD with dairy cows 3 weeks before they were expected to calve. Okay, so what we look is that we showed that increased glutathione and SOD decreased peripartum metabolic stress. So when you think of peripartum metabolic stress, think of the stress associated with that. Think of oxidative stress. Think of how that is wearing and tearing on this cow's body. And so it showed that it's absolutely important, okay? So that's one study. Again, glutathione is turned up 300%, catalase 30%, superoxide dismutase increased 40%. Let's look at another study. Dairy bulls with low sperm count. We can find the study that was done, and the conclusion is this, is that bulls with lower sperm oxidative stress have better chance of siring calves because of the harmful effects of oxidative stress on sperm plasma membrane integrity and the sperm DNA. What is that? Summarize this. If you have a bull that has had a problem impregnating cows, he probably has a problem with oxidative stress. If you lower that oxidative stress, you increase the superoxide dismutase, the glutathione peroxidase, you're going to find, and the catalase, that oxidative stress will lower and his health and his sperm count will increase. This works for stallions. We have one stallion that was, his sperm count was at 15%. The only thing they did change on him was they gave him Protandim, and in a number of months, he was up to 65%. So that was all that they did to change. They lowered his oxidative stress. So another one, mastitis, the result of a decrease of glutathione, SOD, and catalase. So let me ask you a question. How do you increase that? Well, we know that with one little yellow pill on one cow that we can increase the glutathione, the SOD, and the catalase. So on the study, it said significant decrease in the levels of reduced glutathione, superoxide dismutase, and catalase, those with gangrenous mastitis compared with the healthy dose. Okay, so this works, again, with all mammals. Okay, it doesn't matter what kind of mammal you have, but we think mastitis and oxidative stress are related. Here's another study. Mastitis is a key antioxidant activities. And this study here showed that oxidative stress is significantly higher in clinical mastitis as compared to controls. So antioxidant activity is lower in inflammatory udder conditions. So in these udder conditions, anything that's fighting the free radicals was low. The oxidative stress was high. Thus, we know we have to increase the antioxidant activity when there's mastitis. In fact, we need to lower the oxidative stress. How about oxidative stress? This published in the Journal of Dairy Science in 1993, where it says that superoxide dismutase, glutathione peroxidase, catalase, the three that we increase, with cells remove superoxide and peroxide before they react with metal catalysts to form more reactive species. So what this is saying is that with high producing cows, they have normally high oxidative stress. If you can increase the superoxide dismutase, the glutathione, and the catalase, you're going to reduce the oxidative stress, and the cow is going to be healthier, will have a less chance of mastitis and other forms of disease, etc. Who doesn't want their cows producing more milk longer with less stress on their bodies? So I could go on study after study after study. So there's two different places we go for study. One is pubmed.gov, which is primarily for humans. It's by the National Institute of Health, but also has some for animals. There's 168 studies showing the power of increasing superoxide dismutase with dairy production, 345 studies on glutathione with dairy herds, 55 showing the increase of catalase in dairy. But how about on scholar.com? Scholar.google.com. This is a much broader thing. You have to be a scholar to be able to publish in this. It's not just like Googling something. Over 17,000 studies of SOD with dairy, 32,000 with glutathione on dairy, 33,700 with catalase production in dairy. The evidence is overwhelming is that these three enzymes are absolutely critical. You can't give a cow glutathione, and only the bodies can make it. And what if on one small little pill, you could solve that? So here is our recommendation for dairies. Use Protandim NRF2 activator as a dairy supplement. Fresh cows, once a day, give them 1 Protandim a day for 1 week prior to their scheduled calving. Why? Because you want to reduce that oxidative stress. And 1 day a week after freshening. After that, you're going to want to monitor this cows for their somatic cell count. If their somatic cell count is high, give it to them to more, because that means high somatic cell count is white blood cells showing up in the milk, meaning they're fighting some sort of inflammation. They need more antioxidants. So we really encourage you to be on DHIA. Your high production cows are going to be critical. And we would suggest to get your top 4 or 5 high producers and make sure that they're on Protandim so that they can continue their high production. If a cow develops mastitis, give them Protandim one a day for a week. That should clear up about 90% of your mastitis without antibiotics, without dumping milk. And I can explain a little bit later why is that. If you have scours, also for veal calves, feed 1 per day for 3 days. This usually clears up the scours within 24 hours. You don't want to damage this calf's intestinal tract, an ability to absorb nutrition. You don't want to damage it by dehydration. So as soon as you see the scours, give them 1 for 3 days, and it might clear up in a day. Give them 2 more so that you can build that system up and fight off that oxidative stress. If you transport the cow or calves, feed them 1 a day for a week due to the higher oxidative stress of all of the stress of transportation. So you get a batch of veal calves, get some Protandim in them. If you just bought some cows, get some Protandim in them. It's going to help your herd health. It's going to help that cow recover, that cow or that calf or that horse or that sheep or those pigs recover. So what is Protandim? Well, it's a blend of 5 natural ingredients. And here's the key. The exact ratio of the patented formula is clinically 1,800% more powerful. It's the synergy that makes all the difference. You've heard of milk thistle, turmeric, green tea, ashwagandha, bacopa. But the key is the exact percentage of each of this, making them effective. So that's why we're approved by the Banned Substance Control Board. So this is fit for human consumption, not just for human consumption, but professional athletes. It's NSF, which is the highest standard for putting together anything. So it's approved. It's approved for humans. It's approved for any mill. Here's some stories of success. One farmer saves $10,000 a year by not having to use antioxidants, penicillins, antibiotics, or don't milk. Mastitis, what we're hearing back from people is that it clears up mastitis, 90% of it within a week without antibiotics. One farmer declared that the use of this initially and on watching his calves every day turned his loss rate from 3% to less than 1%. And many examples of scours and down calves that their eyes are rolled back into their head, you know, they're ready to be put down, back on their feet within 24 hours. I know this may sound too good to be true, but I want you to know that 1,800% is the power of nutrigenomics over just the normal power of nutrition. So what's it cost and how do you order? Well, the retail cost is $50 a bottle for 30 Protandim pills. They're NRF2 activators. Now, you can get the wholesale price, which is $40 plus shipping, by being a preferred customer, where you just sign up for monthly to get however many bottles you want, or give me a call. There's my phone number, or you can go online to order at abundantlife.lifevantage.com, or whoever sent you this video, get back with them, and they'll be happy to help you out. If you would like to be a distributor, you can actually make enough for your own product and refer this to others. If you'd like to recommend this to others, build a distribution network, develop an additional income, go to the website lifeactivators.net. You will get information on how that works, and a lot more information. If you have any other questions, you can email me. There's my website. You can phone, text, or call, and I would be happy to help you any way I can. So we are located in a number of countries, Canada, US, Australia, UK, Mexico, Netherlands, Japan, Thailand, Hong Kong, opening up country after country after country. This is changing health as we know it. So many times healthcare has become disease prevention, and dairy farmers know better. They know it's better to stay healthy than to fight a disease that's already there. We are leading the world in nutrigenomics, the study of how nutrition and naturally occurring a compound affect our genes. See that chart on the bottom right? You see all those red lines? That is before Protandim. Each of those lines either is before given Protandim. And some were spiking way high, giving up too much inflammation, giving up too much fibrotic activity. Some were too low. See the green lines? That is how they were regulated. Each of those genes, kind of like adjusting a thermostat on Protandim. So this is critical for your herd health. It's also critical for your personal health, but that's a completely different video. So I want to thank you. I hope this helps you to have a healthy and blessed life, for you to have a healthy and blessed herd. And thank you very much for being on this call. And I will close this down now. And God bless you, and you take care.